Acidic speech is there to wear down the lie and show people the lie is something that should not be respected at all. And anybody who backs it up, anybody who reinforces it, this isn't, this whole new age garbage, this new age deception of we have to put it in sweet, pleasing tones, okay? And if you get angry about anything, it invalidates the argument. This is such nonsense. It's such nonsense. And we just really need to understand that the veracity of information has nothing to do with how it is delivered. And look, I just want to even just give a example that probably will not be received very positively by many people. And I don't care whether it is or not. See, it's your karma whether you will take information that is true and do something with it. That has nothing to do with who said it to you. Their karma is that they have said it and that it was accurate and it was true and they passed it along. They don't need to put it in some pleasing tone that resonates with your emotional state of mind, that resonates with how you like something to sound, because liars are all too willing to tell you a lie and make it sound so beautiful and wonderful and put it in sweet, pleasing tones. This is what the media does. The mainstream media does all the time. They wrap everything in, such pleasant speech. We're going to talk with this nice cadence and we're going to tell you a whole bunch of lies. But we'll make it sound wonderful and attractive to you. Look, the example that I think immediately comes to mind to me is Alex Jones' appearance on Piers Morgan a few weeks back, a couple weeks ago. People got so upset. He got angry and yelled and, even mocked Piers, and he comes off as looking like an idiot. Everything Alex said on the show was accurate. He was telling people the truth about what's really happening. If you don't like the way he said it, that doesn't invalidate or negate what he said. And guess what? You should stop making excuses for anybody who does think that way. Therein lies the problem. The problem is that people will listen to a lie if it's presented so beautifully. And I wouldn't suggest falling for that, going, to do that. I wouldn't say, well, since that's what they are responsive to, go and do that. Be as nice and pleasing and pleasant to them as possible. Wrong. They need to be snapped out of that mindset itself to be recognized. That's mind control. It's more than mind control. It's more insidious than mind control. It's what I've called heart control. It's emotional mind control. They're playing upon how a tone makes you feel, how a person's voice makes you feel. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to tell you the truth. The truth doesn't have to make you feel good to be true. I don't need to present it in sweet, pleasing tones so that you feel good. People will ask me, do you have any hope for our situation? The answer to that is largely no. I don't have much hope. But it's not 100% gone. And it's there for one reason and really one reason only. And it's not because I think that they're have so much courage and they're getting ready to stand up for their rights. It's not because I think that they know what rights really are. It's not because I think that they want to do the right thing. I don't have hope for any of those reasons. I don't have hope because people are, have such a strong developed will and they're so ready to get involved and do something and make things happen. I have hope for none of those reasons. As a matter of fact, those things, I recognize that humanity is apathetic, they're ignorant, they're lazy, they're cowardly. With that having been said, then people will say, well, why do you have any hope at all? And the graphics that I'm going to post with the podcast, I'm only going to post 4 of them today. The 4th image is the reason that I have any hope at all. It's a chart that shows the gun ownership rate in the world. worldwide gun ownership per 100 people, average firearm ownership per 100 people. And if you look at the chart, America stands alone. And to me, it's one of the most beautiful visions and hopeful visions that I've seen in years. And let me tell you something, folks. The only reason that the world is already not a 100% locked down totalitarian society, similar to or worse than Hitler's Germany, Mao's China, Stalin's Russia, or any other wicked totalitarian regime that has ever existed in the world. The only reason that the world has not gotten to that place yet is because America has not yet been declawed and defanged by becoming disarmed. And as long as I draw breath, I'm going to continue to fight to preserve and actually enhance the level of firearms ownership that exists in the United States. And people will say, how could you consider yourself a spiritual teacher when you're teaching people that firearms are good? Because I understand not only the non-aggression principle, I understand the second pillar that goes hand in hand in the synthesis of principles. The sacred feminine encapsulates the non-aggression principles of do not do harm to others, do not infringe upon their inherent natural rights. But the second pillar of principles is the self-defense principle, which means if someone is making incursions upon your natural rights, your life, your liberty, your property, you do possess inherently the natural right to use defensive force to protect your life, liberty, and property against those incursions. And no government, no matter how much they want to claim they have a monopoly on the use of force, they do not. And do not ever possess the right to take that inherent right to self-defense away. We've talked about this ad infinitum on previous shows, and it will continue to be a theme that I re-emphasize on future shows. But this is the only reason I have any hope for America, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you something. I would rather that those guns be in the hands of ignorant people than not be in the hands of people at all. That's how much I believe in the ownership of firearms. Because once you take away someone's defensive capability, you own them. You own them. You could do what you want with them. And that's why the government is making these intrusions. As soon as a government even starts trying to take away the citizens' protection against encroachment of tyranny, as soon as they try to take away that capability or start making inroads on taking away that capability in any way, in any form, those are the conditions that are ripe for tyranny. And you can guarantee they're getting ready to go hot with that tyranny. And this is what's happening in the United States today. And we have people nitpicking on researchers, on different researchers. Still talking about, is the Federal Reserve private, or how much of our tax money gets paid to them, or word etymologies or meanings of symbols, when they're trying to take the firearms from the citizenry of America. This is happening now because they're trying to declaw and defang the last line of defense against tyranny. And people will say, oh, well, we could never fight back against this government anyway, even if they did go hot with tyranny. You don't think so? I beg to differ. And I'm telling you, the American military and whatever other paramilitary police forces they have in third world countries can't deal with that resistance. You don't think that angry American resistors can get the job done and put down a tyrannical regime quickly? Well, I would suggest that you're a little too brainwashed by the mass media and what, the power that you think this government really does have. I don't care what kind of advanced weaponry they have. Good luck that's going to do against 80 million gun owners. Good luck with that. Wouldn't want to be on that side. Won't want to be on that side of that war. Not saying that this might not, if it goes hot if the tyranny goes hot and then a revolution has to go hot to suppress the tyranny, I'm not telling you there aren't going to be enormous casualties on both sides, but I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to be on the side of the people who try it here. I wouldn't want to be on the side of the people who would dare to try it here. So the 2 words I have for them is Molan Labe. Try it. Try to come and get them. And I'll just wrap it up on that. That's the image that brings me hope. I look at that image every day because it's the only thing anymore that puts a smile on my face. And I hope people understand what I'm saying when I say that. So get involved. Just keep doing something. Don't just complain about other people and their work. Do something yourself. That's the message I want to end on. And remember, there are only 2 mistakes that one can make on the path to truth: not starting and not going all the way. We'll see you next time, folks.